Now let's explore the advanced section of Flex, bases, grow, and shrink. We will start with grow. To demonstrate it, I'm going ahead and set the parent view's direction to raw. So the two boxes are now laid out side by side. And let's change the Flex Grow settings. For blue box, as 3, and for the red box, as 1. And note that we're removing the width for both boxes. Right now, this tells the layout system when there is extra horizontal space available, divided based on these values. So the space gets split into 4 equal parts, and the blue box gets 3 parts, the red box gets 1 part. That's why the blue box appears 3x wider than the red one, because its growth factor is 3 times higher. This is a great way to create responsive layouts where elements grow proportionally rather than using fixed widths. So what about shrink? If you also added shrink 1 on both blue box and red box, that means if the parent view gets smaller, both boxes will shrink proportionally based on the same ratio. Actually, let's do that. Let's set a fixed width for the yellow view. Now here is something important to understand about flex shrink. So in this example, I set both the blue and red boxes to have flex shrink 1. But for blue box, we still have grow 3. And for red box, we have grow as 1. And I reduced the width of the parent view, but even after shrinking the parent container, the boxes still behave based on their grow values. Flex shrink only comes into play when the combined size of the children exceeds the parent container. So in this case, we have width set as auto for both red box and blue box. So they're auto-adjusting their width according to grow. To force shrink to activate, we could set a fixed large width for each box. Let's set something like 500 for both. Now you see the shrink ratio affect how each box compresses. I removed the fixed width from each boxes, and both grow and shrink values remain same. Now let's talk about flex bases. Flex bases defines the initial size of the item. If no grow or shrink is applied, the component will stay at this size. If we set flex bases to 100 for blue box, the component actually starts at 100 pixels or points. And now let's set red box flex bases as 200. So at first glance, you would expect the blue box to be much wider because its grow value is higher, but visually it is still smaller. Why? That's because flex bases is where everything starts. It defines the initial width for each item before grow is applied. Then, if there's extra space left in the parent, that space is divided based on the grow values. So here is what's happening. Blue starts at 100 points, red at 200. Whatever space is left in the parent after that is split 3 parts to blue, 1 part to red. But because red already starts with a bigger base, 200 versus 100, it visually still looks bigger, even though blue grows more. And that's it. Flexbox isn't about fixed heights or widths. It's about relationships between components. And understanding how each of these properties works together is what lets you build responsive, adaptable layouts. And I'll see you in the next part where we dive into content.